Hi Aquarius, this is Kaycee with your love reading for May. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so grateful that you guys are here with me today. We're going to start by pulling some emotion cards to get us started. I will read you guys on the left in the energy you're dealing with on the right hand side. So let's pull 2 emotion cards for each. One more shuffle here. Win or lose. This is the ultimatum card. It's either all or nothing. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier on this. Darkest fears. I feel for a lot of you guys, you are giving yourself an ultimatum. There's an opportunity that's presenting itself. You're rolling around with all these fears in your head. Should I or shouldn't I? And basically it comes down to win or lose. You're going to give it your all and see what happens. And you're not going to worry about what your darkest fears are right now. It's not going to be something that's going to plague you. You are like all in a situation. Now, your darkest fears have a reason to be there. There's been situations in your past that have not worked out to your benefit. That's where you get the fear from. That's where you get the anxiety from, because we're all afraid of something, of it not working out, being left alone, being taken advantage of, being vulnerable in certain aspects. We've all gone through different scenarios like that, so we can all understand these darkest fears. They're coming in with open up, being very open, energetically, psychically, emotionally. They're like an open book. You can ask them anything. But we're going to get a clarifier on that to see. And observe. Observe is a very interesting card because a lot of times they're just downloading from spirit and they're not saying a word. They're not telling you what they're thinking. They're taking it all in. They're making their inner judgments as to what works and what doesn't, what resonates and what doesn't resonate. And they're really not voicing their opinion. So it's kind of hard to read that energy when they do that. They seem like an open book. You know, if you ask them a direct question, they'll give you a direct answer, but they're not volunteering any information. And I feel like you're going to confront them with something. You're going to confront them with a win or lose, with an ultimatum, with, you know, are you in or are you out kind of thing. And you're going to confront your darkest fears. You're going to be like, you know what, the answer is the answer and I'm going to deal with it how I deal with it. And I'm not going to worry about it because I have to know. I have to know the answer. Are they in, or are they just playing a game, or are they just in for the short term? Because at least you're going to be able to judge the situation with what you believe is best for you and not be pulled along down an avenue that you find out later on was not meant for the long term. But they're not being very upfront about something. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And they're coming in with the romance angels. Is it safe for you to love? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. They have 2 open up cards. There's something that they're blocking. There's something they're protecting. Something that's going on inside them that they're not being honest with you about. They're contemplating a lot of different things. And I feel like you're really head over heels with this person. And they are like holding back some information, and you need to know where they stand, where they think this relationship is going. And I feel like they're being quiet because they're observing everything. They're really trying to figure you out. They're trying to see if they can trust themselves enough to be 100% open. Like I said, they're an open book. You can ask them anything and they'll tell you, but they're not volunteering. They're not sitting around the table with you having a cup of coffee and telling stories of things that actually matter. They're telling all these grandiose stories about their lives of I've been here, I've done this, I've seen this person and that person, but they're not telling you the real juice of where they're boundaries are, where their motivation is, what hurt them as a child, what motivated them as a teenager, things along that avenue, stuff that you really need to know if you guys click on a different level, because you've really fallen for this person and you're willing to be all in, and you want to make sure they're all in before you go ahead and make all these plans and all these changes to merge your lives together. Confidence. Very intense card, this confidence. This is where you're going to really surprise yourself as to how bold you can actually be. And as an Aquarius, you can be pretty bold. You can just say things and ask questions that other people would kind of not ask. And especially as an air sign, you're very articulate in your communication. So you will ask things that people are just like, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about that, but I didn't dare ask that question. You'll just come right out and ask it. And people don't think twice about it when it comes from you guys, because they just know how inquisitive you are, how you want to learn things, how you want to meet people, and that's how you connect. And you're going to come right out and ask this very important question, this do or die, win or lose. You're going to move past your darkest fears, and if your darkest fears do come to pass, you're going to be okay because you prepared yourself for this. They're coming in with their wisdom card as love. They want love. They want love on the deepest level, but they have been hurt before. They have been shied away from actually being all in a relationship for a very, very long time. And there's reasons for that. But they are seeking the same thing you're seeking. So when you bring it up and you confront them with what you want, I believe you're going to get a very positive reaction. However, they are going to be taken aback a little bit by your boldness in the question, because they've never been confronted like that before. Well, they haven't met you, Aquarius, okay? They haven't met the true Aquarius energies, that things will be said and there's going to be an expectation of a response. Thoughts create your reality. What you say and what you do bring about the energy that you need to make things come to fruition. So you keep manifesting, you keep dreaming, you keep hoping, you keep wishing, because that is what's going to make your dreams come true. You also need to stay open-minded, because you can't go into something with just thinking you know all the answers, because that's not how it works. If they're going to bring something to the table, they're going to bring you a piece of information that is going to help you on your journey making your dreams come true. There's going to be a different perspective that you will need to open up to. Accept struggles as lessons, which is really hard. We all feel that way. It's like, why do we have to go through all this heavy energy? Why do we have to have setbacks? Why do we have to have this? Why do we have to have that? And those are our lessons, so that we can grow and become stronger in our soul, within our ego, within our confidence. And that's what helps us, raise our vibration and ascend higher to the things that we really want. The journey within. That, two very simple words that can cause a lot of stress for us, okay? The journey within. Where are we supposed to be? What are we supposed to be doing? How do I get from point A to point B? How do I get over my childhood trauma or my past relationships or my divorce, so that I can be that open person that I want to be and have that love in my life? This person's amazing. Why am I blocking them? Why am I not sharing with them? Well, that journey begins within their own soul, within their own mind, within their own heart. And they have to feel comfortable. They have to feel that they're going to be listened to. They have to know that being vulnerable is not a bad thing. Releasing things, putting a voice to how you feel, putting a voice to a situation actually lightens the memory, lightens the heaviness, lightens a lot of different things, because that is how we communicate here in the physical. And if we hold things in, it just starts growing within itself, and it becomes bigger than what it actually is. And I'm saying that this stuff can be really bad. But because we don't put a voice to it and we keep it in as a secret because we're ashamed or embarrassed or something along those lines, it makes it bigger than what it truly is. And I'm not trying to downplay our past, that they weren't as tough as they are, or traumatic as they may have been, I'm just saying, and I've done it myself, keeping all that information to yourself and keeping this stuff a secret makes it worse. And once you put a voice to it and you realize that other people have gone through it, you're not the only person, it actually makes you feel better, because then other people can guide you and help you release that information. And I feel that that journey within would be kind of a stepping stone for the energy that you're dealing with. They have to understand that the struggles that they went through is all the journey, and we have to accept them. There's like the Six of Swords. We have to accept those lessons. It made us better people. They sucked, but that's the way it is, and we all have to go through a bunch of that stuff in order to like raise our vibrations. Here we have the Five of Cups in reverses, and this is talking about acceptance of the past that really was not fair, and accepting apologies that you'll never really hear, giving forgiveness to people that are not actually asking for forgiveness, but we give forgiveness because that releases their hold on us. It helps that memory soften just a bit. Here we have the King of Pentacles in reverse as well. And this is the stability, this is financial, this is where things were upside down. And kind of just accepting things for how they are. It is what it is, it was what it was. And we're not going to put any more energy into that particular situation. And I think that's where you need to stay open-minded and realize that this person is not, like people of our past. This person is of their own, and they have their own struggles, and there can be some similarities, but it doesn't mean that they're going to react the same way. Queen of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Swords in the upright. I feel that you guys have taken a break, a separation from each other. This is at the bottom of the deck. And that's the World card, guys. And I feel like you've taken a break from each other because they weren't being open with you on the level that you needed them to be. And you want that commitment. You want them to say, hey, it's all or nothing. Let's do this all the way. And they have one foot in, one foot out, because they're looking for that safety net. They're looking for that 100% guarantee that they're not going to get hurt. And of course, we can't offer them that, because life goes on, life changes. There's things that we can't control. And they have to, jump in with both feet and say, I am worthy of love. I have love to give. This is the person I want to be with, good or bad, win or lose. This is something that they have to understand, that it's a gamble no matter what, no matter how synced a love is, or an energy is, or what it looks like that they have everything together. There's always something that can be lost in the relationship. There can be loss of self, loss of spirituality, loss of independence. There's a lot of trade-offs for being in a relationship. And people have to be ready to take that on, because there's always other people's personalities that we have to deal with, whether they're having a good day or a bad day. It's very intense. But they're going to come out talking, okay? They're going to come out speaking their truth. They're going to open up that line of communication, the line that you've been asking for. You're going to be hearing the things that you wanted to hear, because you kind of gave up a little bit, and you're like, you know what? If they're not going to be on board, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm sick of going round and round. They're not answering my question. You're going to ask them straight out and be that confident person and say, look, do you want to be with me or don't you? Where do you see this is going? And they're going to answer you truthfully. Look at what you're coming in with, guys. It's choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Now, if you remember when we talked about the journey within and accept struggles as lessons, we all make mistakes. We all say things or do things that we look at in hindsight right here and be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. That was too harsh. What was I thinking? We all have those moments. But we use them as lessons. We don't have to beat ourselves up over it all the time. And I feel like they're still within that struggle, within that journey of releasing it, and it's accepting accountability for their actions, for their past. And sometimes it's just accepting that somebody was not honoring their spirit and being true to them in a way that they felt that they needed to be taken care of. And that alone can be a struggle for people to understand that they put their trust into someone that didn't return it. And that can be huge as well. It really can. Because then you start questioning your intuition. And you start questioning how, can I read other people? Why did I fall for this? And it's a lesson. We know what we don't want, right? We always have to look at the silver lining. As much as that relationship pained us in the past, there's healing from it, and there's also expansion. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible. The difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. This is talking about their confidence. This is talking about their intuition. This is talking about what they truly want. And if they believe hard enough in a relationship that is going to be of their energy, of their caliber, it's going to appear. If they believe that it's not, and they're unlovable, and they can't find a partner, that's how they're going to stay in that energy. They have to believe in the bigger picture. They have to believe that they can do this. Now, of course, you guys come along, the awesome Aquarius, and you start to show them, what they're missing in life. And then you start to show them how much fun they're missing and what a true relationship is all about. And they start to open up. But you're looking for that commitment, guys. You're making those choices, and you're going to ask them to make a choice. Make that decision. This is an ultimatum. You're either with me or you're not. So pick quick and pick wisely, because you only get one shot at the Aquarius. Archangel Michael's coming in for you. It says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes and will help you work on your divine life purposes. You have changes all over in your energy. You want these choices made. You want these changes happening. And that doesn't surprise me, because you guys are always like click, click, boom. On to the next thing. On to the next journey. Trying to figure something out. New passions, new creativity. Nobody can keep an Aquarius down for too long, because you have that spirit. You have that full spirit where, from the tarot, where you just want to go with light bags and go experience anything and everything that you possibly can. And that's what we love about you, because you guys are so inspirational in what you want to do. Now, it can be scary for some of us that are not that inspirational, okay? Like if you're dealing with maybe a Libra or something who cannot make a decision, that can be a little tough. Even though you're both air signs, you're completely opposite. You guys want to go on the cuff and just take it and go with the wind, where the Libra people are always trying to analyze everything, the ups and downs, the backwards and forwards, until they're comfortable to make that decision. Now, you guys come in with this breath of fresh air, always with new ideas, always trying to be creative, always being busy. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if this person needs a little kick in the pants to get them going, I believe you're the person that will be able to do that. Their angel message is Bethany, and it says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today. So this is talking about self-care, healing, just calming themselves down sometimes if they have anxiety and they're thinking and their thoughts are racing too fast. This is talking about just being present in the moment and enjoying the moment and not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about 5 years from now. Be present and enjoy what's happening around them and not worry about the what ifs. So if you're dealing with someone that's dealing with a lot of what ifs as you're trying to present this really cool thing, let them have their moment and then get them into gear. Ask them to make that choice. Ask them to be open with you. Have them explain why they feel that they need to, stand back for a minute. Acknowledge what it is that they're going through so that they can go through it quicker by putting a voice to it, and then, release that energy so that you can go on that next journey that you're looking for, because you guys really are into this energy that you're dealing with. They are really opening up your eyes on a lot of different things that you are expanding on, and you're very intrigued. You guys are clicking on a lot of different levels, so you have to be there for each other. And I feel that you are kind of pulling them out of their safety zone. So as they go through that, just be a little patient with them. But I feel like, they believe in this relationship, they believe in this love, so they will be on board with you guys. Aquarius, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I hope the message helps. I would really love to have you back, so please like and subscribe. Take care.